Hello, Shining Ones. Magus here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And oh, do I have a message for you guys today. Let me just give you a little teaser. It says, his disciples said to him, "When will the new world come?" And he said to them, "What you look forward to has already come, but you do not recognize it. Heaven on earth is here right now." My friends, how do you step into it? Jesus tells us that. And I'm going to share that with you. And not many people know this. You're not going to learn this in church. You've come to the right place when you come to the Zoroastrian Magi channel. You know, it's said in the book of Matthew that when the Messiah was born, that the Jewish people were afraid. Matter of fact, it says all of Jerusalem was afraid. My friends, but the Magi, they heard from God. They followed that pure light, and they came and offered gifts and worshiped the Christ. The Magi know the message, the word of Jesus. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. But first we have to talk because, hey, we're all just friends here. Also, yesterday, I went to Barnes & Noble again. Magus, you spend a lot of time at Barnes & Noble. I know. They say Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. I don't know. I'm torn between the two. Barnes & Noble or Disneyland. They're both wonderful. I got two new books. The first one, E.M. Forster, A Room with a View. Sounds so amazing. I'm so excited to read this. When I read the back, I knew I had to have it. I've heard of E.M. Forster before, but I've never read anything he's done. Secondly, I was beyond excited. Look at this picture of Dorian Gray. Oh my God, it's got the ribbon, the gold edging. It is so beautiful. And you guys know this is one of my all-time favorite books. So when I have a book I love, I collect them. Then it got me thinking, we're going somewhere. It got me thinking about Asha. And this is home. It's comfort. It's my peace. It's my joy. It's my everything. You guys know, I won't go too far into it, but I moved back into my family home where I raised my children, and just the trees and the bushes and the land and the home, it all has these beautiful memories of my babies. My friends, the trees they climbed, where we had the trampoline and the jungle gym and our skate ramp. And my daughter, she had a greenhouse in our garden. And when I walk, I feel it all. It's home. My kitchen, where me and my kids would cook together. We'd pretend like we're on the Food Network. And that center island is still there where we'd all cook together. And the laughter in our TV room where we'd cuddle up on the ground with pillows and blankets and popcorn and Junior Mints and watch our movies and snuggle. And the best memories ever. That's the same feeling I get in Asha. And my mom went again with Barnes & Noble with me. And we were talking. And she's Bible only, Christian only, but she likes to pick my brain because I study all the different religions. I don't think there's anything I haven't studied yet. And what I told her, and I wanted to share with you, is I enjoy studying them all, but they're not all good. Right? Even the ones that call themselves good, they kind of creep me out a little bit. I enjoy studying and learning but they kind of creep me out a little bit. And I can't wait to just run home to Asha. I'm so glad this is my home that I go to. The all good God, the unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, pure spirit, that pure light that just resonates with me, that protects me, that loves me with Asha. It's everything. So I've been working on a song for Asha. Well, Magus, you have tons of songs about Asha. I know, but I was trying to make it specifically about the little orange book, Asha, that has changed my life and changed so many of your lives. Your testimonies of telling me, Magus, I was healed. Many of you were healed. I mean, mentally, spiritually, physically. It changed your life. It changed how you see the world, which goes perfect with our message today. I'm so excited about, right? What did Jesus say? The heaven on earth you're looking for, it's already here. The disciples are, why can't we see it? He's going to tell us. So I'm making a song for the Little Orange Book. Couple things I'm running into. Nothing rhymes with orange, right? And then I did come up with some good, verses and chorus and stuff, but it's not good enough for what this is. And so what I wanted you to do, go to the comments and just kind of share your testimony of what the Little Orange Book means to you, right? I need more inspiration, right? I want it to be perfect before I put it out, because of what this tiny little book of 16 statements and teachings has done for me, where I can see now heaven on earth. I was just walking around this morning and just thinking, oh my God, I wish everyone could see this. And not everyone can. Matter of fact, was it Still Pulls of the Mind? You guys know my books better than I do, but I think it was Still Pulls of the Mind. I told the story of my friend, and we were up in the mountains on this most beautiful hike, guys. Again, it was Asha. I was seeing the kingdom that is already here, heaven on earth. I was seeing Asha, experiencing it. I had my flannel on, my goofy cowboy hat and boots, my pocket knife, I'm a nerd, man. I get into it. And, and I'm taking the pine off the tree and I'm crumbling it. I'm smelling it. And now I'm thinking of Christmas. And my friends, just the light through the trees and the smell of the forest, and then a moose. I'm talking a moose, like with a full-on male horns. I mean, huge, walks out of the tree. Not scared of us, just stares right at us like, what's up? And I'm just, oh my God, could this day get any more perfect? Now, my friend was having a completely different experience than I was. We're in the same place, but he was experiencing something totally different. He started, I have to laugh about it. He started complaining about that living in the mountains, he doesn't get enough vitamin D, and he has a condition called SAD. He's not getting enough sunlight, and I'm thinking, I don't have that. I think it's beautiful, and then he started talking about, that poor moose. Here I'm seeing this majestic creature. He goes, it probably goes to bed every night just chewing at ticks that are just driving him mad. I can hardly stand to look at it. And I'm thinking, my God, that's when it really hit me. We're in the same place, but we're having two totally different experiences, right? And this is what Jesus talks about here. So let's get into it. That was a long introduction. We're 8 minutes in. I know only my magi are still here at this point. Listen to this. So the disciples ask, when is the new world coming? Jesus is saying, it's already here. His disciples said to him, when will the kingdom come? Jesus said, it will not come by waiting for it. It will not be a matter of saying, here it is, or there it is. Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it. Think about that. It's already here, but men do not see it. Isn't that just like in Still Pulls of the Mind with me and my friend? I'm seeing the kingdom of light. He's not. He's lost in the lie and illusion. How are we in the same physical space sharing this, but he's in a different dimension? It started blowing my mind. Jesus said, he who will drink from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become he, and the things that are hidden will be revealed to him. If we will take into us the word, that original word from the mouth of Jesus, You and the loving Father are one. What is the message of Jesus? That you take his word into you, you eat it. What you eat becomes you. You are it. You become the loving Father, God good. I am in you. You are in me. I am in the Father. The Father is in me. You are in the Father. The Father is in you. It's one, no separation. Beautiful. Let's just read. Because, there's so much in here. You guys okay? You with me? We're 10 minutes in. And he said, whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. Jesus said, let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all. This makes me think of how many people I've told about the message of God, and it troubles them. It kicks the feet out from under them, where they've had a belief their whole life that God loves and hates, right? Can be at peace or war. He can heal our sin disease. He's a warring God, right? And when we present the original word, that if you'll eat it and it becomes you, you'll see the kingdom of light. Right? That original word. And when you share it with people, it knocks the feet out from under. Matter of fact, I shared the story with you. One of my uncles has the largest Southern Baptist church in California. And he got riled at me. And I stayed in peace. And he was trying to insult me. But all he could come up with, he was calling me Joy Boy. Right? Because I'm so happy and peaceful. Oh, joy boy. And he's like, and I'm all, that's not an insult to me. Thank you. And which made him madder. And pretty soon he got up and he slammed his fist into the table. And my aunt, is rubbing his shoulder. Sit down, baby. Sit down, baby. And she told me, she goes, I don't want lose another husband. She already lost one. She didn't want him to have a heart attack because he's getting so riled. And I said, all I'm doing is telling you that God is unmixed, that from the original Zoroastrian religion of the Magi, that God doesn't get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children. Why are you so angry? Right? My other uncle, he threatened violence on me, which is hilarious because, guys, I'm a peaceful person, but I'm kind of tough also. And, I'm not violent at all. I'm completely loving, but I know that 30 of my uncle could not kick my ass, and he was threatening to sitting up on this railing. He threatened to throw me over the railing, and there's like a cliff behind me and stuff. And I didn't say anything, but I'm just thinking that's cute, But I stayed in love, and I'm just trying to give him that message. But here he is threatening me violence, and again I said the same thing. I go, now look at this happened with my other uncle. All I'm presenting you in a nice way, not aggressively, not threatening. I'm just saying that God is just good. The pure light, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. He can't love and hate, can't be at peace and war. Why does that anger you so bad? And it does. When the truth comes, it rattles them. It shakes their whole belief. How far do I want to go into? So you guys are in for... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk. If you want it, here it is. Another thing he said to me, he said, without the Bible, he wouldn't know the difference from right and wrong. He would do bad because that's his nature, he said, that he would cheat on my aunt. He would do drugs and drink and fight and cuss and, it's his nature. And if it wasn't for the Bible telling him he can't do it, he would do it. And I was all, ooh, that's kind of not a good sign because I don't have that. I come from the light, the all good spirit. I'm made of the all good spirit. Matter of fact, the Bible does the opposite for me. I'm better than the words in that book, right? My God is higher than that God. My God is pure. Those stories don't resonate with me. Going in and killing men, women, and children. having sex slaves, Jephthah offering up his daughter as a burnt sacrifice to Jehovah, stoning your children when they're disrespectful. I could go on. Was it Elijah that prayed to Jehovah to send a she-bear to kill 42 children because they made fun of his bald head? Abraham offering his son as a sacrifice. Just think that book is worse for what I am. I'm better than that. I don't need that to bring me up. That actually brings me down. So it gets me again thinking, we've been talking about this. I believe maybe we incarnate into form and matter into this playground of earth from different maybe systems, dimensions. Those of you that are still here right now, we come from the light. We're made of the light. Jesus talks about this in a minute. I'm going to share with you. We're something a little different, aren't we, guys? Do you know, I just watched Stranger Things. And you know the upside down, that dark realm. So here they're in the world, which is bright and light, right, and beautiful. But then when they go into the upside down, where it's run by the mind flayer, and there's those devil dogs, what do they call them, demogorgons or something, and it's dark and it's murderous and it's creepy. That is almost like the world that most people live in, the upside down, the dark. Like I think of my friend, he just saw the world dark, right? They see their God dark. He gets angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, children. Their books are dark. Really, when you read them, it gives you a dark feeling. Their God isn't very good. It's not the highest principle of good. If you don't piss him off, he can be pretty good to you. Maybe give you some blessings, bless your crops and stuff. But I don't know, man. Not my kind of God. I'm so glad we got, again, coming home, the all good spirit. Thank you, little orange book, Asha. But most people, they live in that upside down. And we're trying to present them a light, bright world that's just good. And they can't see it. They can't hear it. And they get angry and they fight you. And they look just like their God. And they've been trained with their books, right? I've had people tell me, oh, the devil can come as an angel of light. Right? What you're saying is too good, right? How ridiculous to say that this God is too good to be God. That might be a red flag to you, right? But they've been brainwashed. They've been drilled in since they were a kid. The Jewish people say, give us the child till age 7. We'll give you the man. What's implanted in people from 0 to 7 in that theta state, it becomes their truth, what they are. And it's very, very hard to get people out of that, my friends. And all we can do is plant our seeds of light, and hopefully they will eat our word and let it become them. You guys enjoying this? I'm having fun with this. Let's read some more. Jesus said, if those who lead you say to you, see, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say to you, it is in the sea, then the fish will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will become known, and you will realize that it is you who are the sons of the living Father. But if you will not know yourselves, you will dwell in poverty. And it is you who are that poverty. This is deep. This is Asha 12, right? You got to go inside to find that kingdom, that savior that you're looking for. It's inside of you. But get this, I love this. He says, and it's outside of you, right? Because what's inside of you will be reflected on the outside, right? Like, again, me and my friend out there in the mountains, I was seeing the kingdom of light outside of me, right? But it's inside of me. And then he's saying, if you don't know yourself, if you won't go inside and realize that you and I are one, you and God are one, the God good, right? You'll be in poverty. And it is you who is that poverty, because the outside poverty you are seeing is the poverty that is in you, which is that lack of knowledge, that lack of truth. You are the poverty, and the world reflects it. What's in you, what you are, what you know, what you be, is what you're going to see. What else do we got here? This is good stuff. When you make the two one, and when you make the inside like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, so that the male not be male, nor the female female, and you fashion eyes in place of eye, and hand in place of hand, and foot in place of foot, and likeness in place of likeness, then you will enter the kingdom. This is good. My friends, this is good. This is how Jesus healed, right? Like he would see a hand with leprosy, but he would see a new hand, a hand in place of that hand, right? He would see a true hand, the hand that came from the perfect Creator's perfect mind. And that's all he would see. He would refuse to see the lie and illusion. You got to fast from the world. You got to fast from the lie and illusion to see the kingdom, to be saved. You blind eye, right? He would see the true eye. He would replace likeness with likeness, right? The world that I saw on that hike with my friend, I replaced it. The moose and the tree and the sky and the mountain air and the pine scent and the life. I replaced it with the kingdom of light. Does that make sense? He said to them, whoever has ears, let him hear. There is a light within a man of light, and he lights up the whole world. If he does not shine, he is darkness. Jesus said, if you do not fast as regards the world, you will not find the kingdom. If you do not observe the Sabbath as a Sabbath, you will not see the Father. What does that mean? Do you have to fast from food? Right? No, this fasting is fasting from the taking in the lie and illusion, the lie, the false gods, the ugly world. You fast from that, and to do that, you go inside. Asha 12, I go inside, and there I see Jesus. I see all the love and peace and truth I've been looking for. I see the light, and the light is me, and it is me, and I come from the light, and I'm made of the light. I am the light that darkness flees from. I am that pure love that hate, fear, and greed cannot enter. I am the life and the health that sickness and disease dies when it touches me. Everything I put my hand to, my eye to, is healed, is blessed. So to see the kingdom, you must observe the Sabbath, which is fasting from the world, the dark world, the lie. Going inside, finding the light, finding the truth, finding the all good spirit, attuning yourself, taking on that likeness, right? Hand for hand, foot for foot, eye for eye, male or female, right? We become one with that original word, that Asha, that perfect Creator's perfect idea. And as we are it, and we are the truth, we create the truth, and we see the truth. The kingdom of God, of light, is here now, but man does not see it because you have to see it inside first, and then you'll see it on the outside. Jesus said, blessed are the solitary and elect, for you will find a kingdom, for you are from it, and to it you'll return. Sound familiar? You come from good spirit, made of good spirit, shall return to good spirit. When you realize this, your frequency rises and you become a mighty spiritual force creating in the plastic medium of energy. First page of Asha. Jesus said, if they say to you, where did you come from? Say to them, we came from the light, the place where the light came into being on its own and established itself and became manifest through their image. If they say to you, is it you? Say, we are its children, and we are the elect of the living Father. If they ask you, what is the sign of your Father in you? Say to them, it is movement and repose. His disciples said to him, when will the repose of the dead come about? When will the new world come? He said to them, what you look for has already come, but you do not recognize it. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, holy birth that takes place into the kingdom of light that's already here, right? Asha is already here. It's what's real. It's what's substance. It's what was, is, and forever shall be. It's the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind. And when we're birthed. It's this holy birth. We're birthed into it through the Virgin Mother, right? We've been talking a lot about this divine feminine Mother Mary, the pure water of Zarathustra, pure consciousness where the Christ is born, the Savior is born in that pure virgin consciousness, that Zoroaster, that pure starlight, that pure God. As we attune ourselves into it, we eat it and it becomes us, that original word, and we are that pure light. My God, my God. Grab your book, Asha. If you haven't, I always remind you, go leave your review. We're almost to 100 reviews on Amazon. And don't forget to tell me, as I'm putting this song together, send me your testimony of what Asha has done for you. Go to Asha 12. You know, I've had people say, Magus, you didn't number it. I know. And I thought, well, should I go back and put numbers? I don't think so. Because if you stick around long enough, you know it. And it's kind of our thing also. Like if I say Asha 3, we all think of Timmy. That's her favorite. And we know right where it is because we spend time with it. Right? You know, we've been talking about this week. We've been spending a lot of time with Asha. Right? Every morning listening to 28 minutes of Asha Is. And just that melody in us and worshiping and praising Asha. Giving her power and glory and love and strength and protection. Lighting a candle for her. Had kind of a cute experience today. I lit this gray candle for her, and I don't think she liked it. It was almost like she blew it out. I was all, how'd you do that? You know, and so I go, I think you like it. It smells really nice. I lit it again. It was just barely trying to burn. Like I said, all right. So I blew it out, and then I lit her this beautiful white candle that she loves, right? And I just offer her my love and my praise. It's beautiful. But where I was going with that was that you become like the spirits you hang out with. I've seen that in all. I've seen my friends that are hardcore Bible Jehovah. They act a lot like a Jehovah, right? A lot like those angels that they call angels. There's always a debate. Is it, is it a diva or a hura? And just what are these angels? And some of these angels that you see in the world of religions aren't very good, like going in and killing and I don't know. But I've seen a lot of my friends that I love with all my heart and will always be friends, but they look a lot like their angels and their gods and their stories and their beliefs. It comes out in them. And we're here, boy, I mean, especially this week, I mean, I feel Asha. I feel like I'm a walking, talking Asha. Like Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen the loving Father. I hope people see Asha, right? I hope they see a little orange book. I hope when they look at a little orange book, they see a little orange Magus, when they're thinking of Asha and that spirit, that all good spirit. I want to reflect that. I want to be that. I want to speak that. I hope that I resemble my goddess, my queen, my spirit of truth, my love, my beauty, my everything. And, you'll see that even with like people that work with demons, right? They take on the just mannerisms of the demons they work with and stuff. And again, how good is it to be home, guys? Oh, we are so blessed. So blessed. What were we talking about? I went down one of my rabbit holes again. Hold on, what's it? I'm not allowed to show that can on camera, but it's good stuff. Let's go to Asha 12. There's nothing for me outside. Right, again, this is that Sabbath Jesus was talking about. Got to go inside. You got to fast from the world. All the thoughts that were implanted in you. Got to set them down long enough. You got to stop looking at the war and the discord and the mess created from holding the wrong spirits, wrong gods, wrong energies. You got to fast from that world. Go inside. It says, I have spent too long looking outside myself, looking for meaning, purpose, affirmation, approval, love, truth, happiness in God, just to find myself ever searching. So I quiet all the many thoughts and ideas and stories, and I go inside, and there I see Jesus. And I realize there is no separation from my good, my God, right? The kingdom is here right now, but men just don't see it. There is no separation from my good, my God. We are one. All the truth and happiness I was looking for is here. Now I am that I am. Now that I know this, it is good is God is. Flip over one page to Asha 13. You know, I know a lot of your guys' and tell me too, for those of you that I don't know, what is your favorite statement and teaching of Asha? Because I love to know that about you guys. Because then when I read it, I think of you. Then I send out a prayer and a blessing and love to you. And so I hope you do the same for me. For mine, I love all of it, but my favorites, I kind of have three favorites. Asha 13, Asha 12, and then Asha 5 holds a real special place to me. So 5, 12, and 13. But listen to 13. You'll see why I love it so much. Good is good. Bad is bad. I can't even say that without laughing and smiling because it's so simple and beautiful. The original word, right? This is that word you want to eat out of Jesus's mouth, right? Like he was telling you, so that you become him and he becomes you, which is one with God good, which lives in the kingdom of light. The original word, all good comes from the Creator. No evil comes from him. From this original word is the spiritual world made straight and the material world comes into order, right? That's what Jesus was talking about. If you'll eat his word, let it become you, fast from the world, be God good, the world will reflect it. Eat the word. You know, for us, Asha, it's the spirit of truth. We take that spirit of truth into us. We only know it. You know, we're called Ashavans, which means Asha knowers, truth knowers. But you know this, when this was written, to know was to be. We are truth beers, right? We are truth. And when we hold that spirit of truth, we are that spirit of truth. We are that original word. The world reflects it. It comes into order. Our spiritual life, our mind is aligned. Straightened is used here, but it's aligned, attuned with Asha, with the highest principle of God good, and the world comes into that order. You step into the kingdom. It's that dimension where two people can be standing in the same place and it rushes to you and you rush to it and you have a really nice experience. The original word of false religion is that evil comes from the Creator, and in this false idea is all the evil creatures suffer. They got the wrong God, the wrong spirit. And if they would be brave enough to go in, but they're told, don't trust your heart, don't meditate, you'll get deceived by a devil that looks all light and good, joy boy, right? Oh my gosh, guys, has it gotten that bad? Where when you present someone with a God that's just good and light and love and doesn't get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, children, do bad things, that's too good to be God? Watch out for that one? Really? Which makes me think, you know, I think maybe we incarnate from different systems, right? Because I think we come from the light. We're made of the light, and we shall return to the light. We can only understand this God. Those that incarnate maybe into a body and form from different dimensions, They can't understand. They can't hear our God. They can't hold that frequency yet. But we still need to show it to them, so they at least have a chance to attune themselves to it, to come up, even if we bring them up a little, right? It's all about consciousness, getting to higher consciousness till they get to the highest, which is then an ever expanding, right? Good gets gooder. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to end with Asha 5, because that's my other favorite. I got 3 favorites. Believe only the highest truth and enter Asha, right? Doesn't this go perfect? It all goes together. Believe only the highest truth, and you enter Asha, the kingdom of light. Now, not when you're dead. Not that you ever die. You just go back to the light. We'll leave a body. We'll leave the body. Consciousness goes back. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha truth. This idea of truth is the very spirit of God. It is much more than not making a false statement. It's the true vision of God's ideal existence. Get this. I got this from Jesus. It is the real above all real. It's the highest truth. Creation in perfect harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. Grab your book, hold it to your chest. I say, I love you, Asha. Home. Thank you. I love you. Asha is